What's up guys, Miticus here. I'm your coach for the Boston Beedrills, and today is week 6 of the American Pokemon Association. It's going to be a crazy day for me because for two reasons. So today we're going against aDrive of the St. Louis Rampardos, who is a known champion in the draft league scene. It's going to be a really tough match for us. The matchup isn't quite in our favor. Do think we've built a team that can be competitive in the match as long as I play to my highest ability, but it's still going to be really tricky. I know aDrive is going to plant some heat for us, but secondly, you know, just because it is such a huge match, we also have a lot of pressure on us as far as our division. Excuse me, our division is extremely tough this season, and we're right now we're 2-3. We had a loss last week against the Chelsea Cloysters, and that really set us back. There are a few losses that our division's starting to accumulate, so that's going to help us. We get maybe a little momentum, allow us to make a few mistakes, but we can't make many. And today we've really got to come away with a W to try to leapfrog the other coaches in our division to try to take that second spot. It is still early. This is, you know, the halfway point of the season, so we still have time. We have 6 weeks after today, but we need to start getting wins, and that's really all there is to say. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and connect to aDrive, and we're going to go ahead and start this match. And guys, I hope we can pull out a W. I'll see you soon. Alright guys, it looks like we have connected to aDrive. We're going to go ahead and set up the rules here and make sure it's a fair game. Let's go to the single battle rules. Set all those Pokemon to level 50. Make sure nothing crazy happens here. Guys, I'm super nervous about this. It's going to be a crazy match, as I said before. Let's make sure we have the right team, because that's kind of important. I do not want a team full of Laprases. This should be the right team right here. Everybody has their item, which means that the Salamence does have its Darkinium Z, which is great. And here we go, guys. This is going to be crazy. Super nervous here. Oh. It's going to be really interesting to see what Monty brings. The Crest, the Lycanroc, the Houndoom. So he did bring Sun. It brings the Mimikyu, brings the Lycanroc, which could be banded, which is actually really terrifying because banded Lycanroc does so much damage to us. What kind of lead do we think that he's going to lead? We got to make sure we're not in a bad position. So Volley for us wouldn't be a terrible lead. So Volley wouldn't be a terrible lead. Rotom. Okay, so I'm between Rotom Wash and Savali, which is my two leads that I primarily lead with. I don't want to lead with Golurk. I do have Golurk for the Lycanroc. Or does Golurk not really? I could lead Golurk, to be honest, unless he leads Mimikyu. Okay, we're just gonna go Savali. I think that's the best play. I think Savali's the best play. Golurk could have hit on pressure early, but yeah, I think that's what we need to do. Go into Savali first. All right, man. Good luck, aDrive. Hopefully it's a good match. Very little hacks, but hopefully I'll pull out a W here because I really need it. Alright, there he is, aDrive, and here we come with the Savali lead. As you see, we are leading Savali Electric. He goes with the Peekaboo, which is absolutely fine with us. We are going to go ahead and possibly actually break this disguise early. He didn't bring the Nidoking, did he? Which is actually pretty good for us. Yeah, he didn't bring the Nidoking. So I really just want to go for the Thunderbolt here, but I could go for the Parting Shot. Because actually, Savali's actually really important for us. Savali's actually really important, but he could be using the Mimikyu Z, which could be a problem for us if we send out Muck too early. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to hit him with a Thunderbolt. That's actually fine. That's fine because we are a special variant. And we are able to go ahead and break that disguise. And we didn't really lose too much from that. So we do see the Will-O-Wisp on the Mimikyu. It's good to know. Good to know. And now we could just go for the Parting Shot. I do think he is going to withdraw here. Could go into the Cresselia. But I do think he withdraws here. And if he doesn't, it's not a huge deal. That's very little to us. We are going to go ahead and just go to the Parting Shot. Obviously, we know he's not choiced by any means. So that's good. What do you want to do here? We could just actually go straight into the Kartana here and put on some pressure. Let me just see what the calcs say on that. I'm pretty sure that I kill a Mimikyu with everything that I have. Smart Strike would definitely kill. I mean, like even max investment, right? Yeah. But it could be Focus Sashed, so that's something to think about. But I think we are just going to go into the Kartana here. And what do we think that his switch is going to be? Probably the Celesteela, I would assume. Celesteela. Yeah. Celesteela is definitely the choice here. So what do we want to do? Fight. What does Leaf Blade do? I really think Celesteela is the play here. Sacred Sword would do a lot. I could make a prediction here, but Smart Strike actually could do a decent amount of damage to the Celesteela, so there's really no point to do that quite yet. We're just going to go for the Smart Strike, and I'm sure we will see the Celesteela here. Oh, actually we see the sun go up, so that's interesting. Did about 10%, maybe. So now it's kind of an interesting thing because Houndoom can definitely come in here. I think we want to go into Golurk here. Just sit. I really think that the Houndoom is going to come in. We do have the Rindo Berry to take a Solar Beam and knock out the Houndoom. We definitely got to get Siri out of there. Did very minimal damage to the Franklin, to the Torkoal coming in. But, you know, a little bit of chip helps. Definitely threatened the Mimikyu out. Probably should have calced that Mimikyu play rough just to see how much that did. There's the Golurk. Lava Plume is going to probably do a lot of damage. Yeah. That's fine then. We're going to go for the Gravity here, hoping that we see the Celesteela come in. Hoping that we see the Celesteela come in. Okay, so actually we see the Cresselia come in. So, Golurk. And Cresselia. Oh, let's see how much this does. Very little, very little. So he could go ahead and get the sub up if he wanted to, which could be an issue. We actually need to go for the Shadow Punch. Let's see. We have a decision to make. I really don't want to get him to go for a sub. That would be unfortunate. I think we're just going to go ahead for a Shadow Punch here. If he goes for an Ice Beam, that's going to hurt. Do live it. Hit him with a Shadow Punch. That does a decent amount of damage. We do see the leftovers on him. And we do see that it's faster, which is obvious because we don't. Well, I guess technically we should have outsped, right? Because we're max speed. Or maybe we're not. No, we're not. Okay. Really don't want to see Golurk go down that early. Could go into Muck. And get a nice knockoff here. As long as that doesn't freeze, we should be okay. He could go into his Houndoom here to take this knockoff. Does he have anybody else that would want to take it? Not really. So I go for the Poison Jab, or I can go for the Snarl. I'll go for the Snarl. Just really don't think he wants to take a knockoff and lose his leftovers. I should have probably went for the Poison Jab just to weaken the Houndoom, but I can actually go for that next. I would really love to force this thing out without it recovering. It may actually just go for a recover right now just to see what I'm going to do. But again, I just don't see him wanting to take a knockoff and lose his leftovers this early. Okay, he's going to see the Snarl. Special attack fell. Let's see here. I need to go do some investigating. Okay, so Muck and Torkoal. Knockoff does very little. I think super invested. Explosion, Lava Plume could do some damage to us. I kind of just want to go to Salamence here. How much is Salamence taken from a Lava Plume? Very little. He actually made double? I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't go for an explosion. That would stink. He could have the toxic. Dragon Dance would allow me to outspeed the Houndoom. Choice Scarf, Lycanroc could come in. Nothing else would be able to touch me though, really. I kind of think the Cresselia comes in. I do think we should Dragon Dance. If Lycanroc comes in, it takes a lot from the Dragon Claw. Mimikyu comes in next. Okay, I think we're gonna go for Dragon Claw. Let's just Dragon Dance. This will tell us if this Lycanroc. Okay. We could be in a good position here, guys. Could be in a really good position here. Cresselia. My attacks +1. Darkinium Z. 80%. I'm gonna go ahead and launch it. I'm gonna go ahead and launch the Crunchinium Z on this Cresselia here. See if we can kill it. It's gonna be close. If he recovers, it's gonna be really unfortunate. He Ice Beams. I think I should live this. Yeah. I do love it. I did a lot of damage though. I did a lot of damage. Oh gosh. Wish I would have knocked him straight out. He actually could withdraw here, which would be a huge play on my part if I was to predict that in Roost. That'd be huge. What would he go into? I think I'm just gonna crunch. I'm just gonna crunch. Knock out this Cresselia. So he has to bring out a Scarfer here. Who's a Scarfer? It has to be Lycanroc. Yeah. It always had to be Lycanroc as a Scarfer. Scarf Lycanroc outspeeds my entire team. So that's a little unfortunate. But we will see, let's see. Will he be locked into Stone Edge? Or Accelerock? Actually, he might not have to be. He might not have to be Scarf because he does have Accelerock. So he might not have to be Scarfed. I think we just sack off our Nicholas here. He doesn't have enough health to deal a lot. Hopefully he doesn't go for a Swords Dance here because that could be a problem. Alright, so there goes Golurk. He's Life Orb. How much does Accelerock do to Siri here? That's actually super important. Cortana. And we know we outspeed. Oh, we put on some good pressure here. Now, what we could do is go into our Rotom and Defog, which I think is what I want to do. I want to go into my Rotom and Defog. He does see that we're Scarfed because we withdrew first. So we make a good double there, I think. And we can defog away the rocks. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot to take these Fire Blasts from Houndoom anymore. I wonder what he decides to do here. He does stay in. I'm thinking probably a Toxic comes through. Lava Plume. Good news is, like, if we can keep staying in, now we're just gonna start firing off Hydro Pumps. So what stinks here is that Houndoom comes out and unleashes a Solar Beam. Comes out with a big old Solar Beam. And I can kind of go back and forth between Muck to take the Solar Beam, and then Rotom to take a Fire Blast, and maybe even miss a Fire Blast. But I do at least feel like we're putting some pressure on. He can't set up Sun anymore, which is pretty huge for us. And if we were just to let Rotom go down here, I don't think he can set rocks up anymore either. And then Kartana comes out with the Scarf and threatens the Houndoom out. So that's really good. So as long as Kartana stays around, we might be okay. He actually didn't bring a Scarfer, did he? Unless it's the Cresselia for some reason. Or not the Cresselia, but the Celesteela. It's interesting. The sun actually might not be up. I don't really see the graphics displaying. So they're serious. Let's see if the sun's up. Let's see. The sun's definitely still up. How many turns does that have? A couple more. I can go into Muck expecting the Solar Beam here. If he predicts me, it could be really bad. But you know, even with a Fire Blast, he could miss. Goes for the middle ground play there with the Flamethrower. It's still gonna hurt. Actually, it's gonna hurt a lot. I'm honestly okay losing the Muck here. Because Kartana does come in and put in some work. And he knows I have to go to Kartana here. It's the only thing that outspeeds this Mega Houndoom. So we probably just need to go ahead and get some damage off. Celesteela, Kartana. Sacred Sword does a lot. If it's got a little bit of investment, we'll kind of have to see here. Sacred Sword would definitely kill. What else would he go into? Mimikyu? I could see Mimikyu. Does anything else kill? No, it's just a Sacred Sword kills. I might just make a play here then. Put myself in better position. And go into the Rotom. Because he had to go Mimikyu there. He had to go Mimikyu there. Cresselia was taking a little too much damage. And now we're free to Volt Switch and go back into Kartana. Does very little. That does a good amount. So Mimikyu, how much? What's the speed on a Mimikyu? 96. So actually, Savali won't outspeed. But Salamence, hold on. Salamence may be able to live a... I kind of want to try it, just because I think it's really needed to go into Salamence and roost on a Shadow Sneak. I got 59 HP left. It's 30% Shadow Sneak. Does 28 max. So I'm gonna go into the Salamence here and try to roost. And hopefully this Shadow Sneak doesn't kill. Actually, it won't kill. What am I thinking? I'm faster. Well, no, Shadow Sneak's priority. So I do think he goes for the Shadow Sneak here and tries to get rid of me. He didn't. He actually just went for the play rough. That's unfortunate. Good play by him. I thought he'd just go for the Shadow Sneak. Okay, at least the sun's going for good now. That was a misplay on our part, but I was just trying to catch him off guard. Just gonna go for the Smart Strike here. Figured he probably would let it go down just for the fact that with Salamence gone, it's not a big deal. I hate that I lost Salamence like that. I really thought he'd go for the Shadow Sneak. Really thought he'd go for the Shadow Sneak. Kartana's definitely our win con here. I just don't know if we have enough to beat the Houndoom and the Celesteela. And he has what? The Celesteela, the Houndoom. Is that all he has left? How much does a Smart Strike do? At +1. From Kartana. $53 max. Okay. Definitely going to Rotom here. Dark Pulse. Ouch. Ouch. He has 3 guys left. Who else does he have left? Houndoom, Celesteela, and oh no, this is the play regardless. No Mimikyu, no Cresselia. Oh, he has Lycanroc. That's right, he has Lycanroc. That's still not a huge problem. The Sacred Sword's going to do a lot. Sacred Sword does a lot. To 30%. I think he wins. I don't think I can outmaneuver the next few threats with their speed, but we'll have to just kind of see. The only good thing about keeping Salamence around would have been first Celesteela. Actually lets it go down. Actually lets it go down. So now Celesteela comes out. Oh boy. Flamethrower. Secret Sword does about 50%, but I would die. Is there any way I can win if I don't withdraw right here? Okay. So let's look at the calcs on Solvali, Electric, and I'm at what percent? 101. 56%. Can actually live 2 attacks. Maybe. He could double here though. He could definitely double, and actually I bet that he doubles. Automize. That's a problem if he has Earthquake. That's a problem if he has Earthquake. That's actually death if he has Earthquake. That's the only reason he would automize if he had Earthquake or Earth Power. I don't know if Celesteela gets Earth Power, but pretty positive that's the only reason he would have done that. Z move. I'm gonna assume it definitely kills. Bloom Doom. I'd assume Bloom Doom kills. Ugh, I thought I might actually live there for a second. That's a good game, aDrive. It's a good game. Let's see. Good game. Guys, we tried. This should kill. Yep. Alright, aDrive, well, good game, man. We made a few misplays, but I think all around it was a good game, and no hacks or anything like that. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll keep trying. We'll keep pounding, and hopefully next week we can plot a win. We're 2-4 right now, which isn't good for us in the division. But I do think we put up a battle. I think we put up a fight. I think that we put some pressure on him. So I'm happy with our performance. Just wish we could have came out with a W, but not this time. Not this time. But good luck, aDrive, on the rest of your season. Heck of a battle. And guys, we'll see you next week when we go against CrimsonCBad and his Detroit Steelwings. Until then, peace.